We're live, I'm hoping. All right, today, the Intelligent 3D Pen, the Intelligent 3D Pen 4, and the Intelligent Little Sister 1. So yeah, today we have 3D printing pens from Gearbest. So these are your lowest end 3D printer type object or gadget you could get. Just for reference, so the Sunlu SL400, which is the Intelligent 3D printing pen 4, that's like a €32, $35 thing, free shipping. This is 40 euros, I believe. Supposedly a bit nicer with an LCD, etc. We're just gonna try those out. I've never used those. You've never used those.
Yeah, I've never. This is like the first time I've ever heard of this.
Yeah. So. Actually, you've done more preparation than me because she's watched some YouTube tutorials on how to use them. I have not.
Yeah, kind of.
So we'll just see how it goes. So we have 2 pens. We have 2 people using them, which works out great. I've also just printed off a few quick templates from, where are these from? 3D and Print. I don't know. They were like the first Google hit on these. So we have like a pair of glasses that are a bit tiny. We just see how that goes. So yeah, let's check them out. So these are low power toy like devices basically. They are marketed as, like, which one was it? Not this one. This one doesn't really have anything on the box except the Intelligent 3D Pen marking. Nothing on the, well, bit of description on the back too. Yeah, so you're getting the pen, you're getting an adapter, pen base, manual, and bags of filament. 2 bags of filament. Wrong direction. 2 bags of filament. One of them actually also uses ABS. One of these only does PLA. We're gonna check that out. So yeah, that's this one. This one comes in the color black, the Intelligent 3D Printing Pen 4. And same stuff, you get the pen, you get a power adapter, data cable. I don't know what you'd use data for, but I guess you can power them from USB. Manual and filaments ×2. So I'm hoping that we are going to get some, well, yeah, some templates in the manual. And this one also has a crystal housing visible workings process. No, visible working process. I don't know what of the inner workings you're going to be able to see. And it also has the non-blocked design nozzle, which, I mean, I'm hoping if you're getting a 3D printing pen like this, you're not going to get one with a blocked nozzle. That would be horrible. So I guess, well, let's just jump right in. So yeah, you're gonna do this one, I'm gonna get this one. They are gonna have mostly the same components, the same stuff inside them. So yeah, let's see, nice Apple-esque box right there. So this one is the nicer one, I suppose. This one is the 40 euro one. Has a small LCD on there, a few buttons on the side, which I don't know what they do, and a forward and back button on this side. Yours has similar features.
It's more like here that you can like press it to go down or up, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, so it says up or down. It has like the up and down arrows on that. Though it feels like it's just,
you can see it.
It's just one single button. It doesn't feel like there's any you know, up and down. I guess that's just the feed button right there. This one actually has the 2 buttons right there for forward and back, I think. And something on the side, I think that controls, no, the LCD is separate. It has separate buttons. And yeah, basically same principle. So you get the power input up top. You have, you know, the DC jack right there. And then right next to it is the filament input. You have one button that feeds filament on this one and nothing else. And then the filament feeds on the nicer, which one is this?
But I love the color.
That's the off-brand one. That's the non-Sunlu one. That's the F20, I believe it's called. And yeah, on this one, single button, same hot-end design, more or less. Because, I mean, these are basically little 3D printer tool heads. So you have the hot end right in there with what looks like a fiber reinforced plastic shroud over it. Same hot end. If you look inside here, they look like they're a very, very similar design. I would assume they run off of the same factory line. Wouldn't surprise me at all. And then on the tip here, which is interesting because this is quite different to what you see on 3D printers. This is a white nozzle right there, and it feels like it's some sort of ceramic. I don't know what that's all about. Why they're not just using a brass or, you know, metal nozzle in some sort. It might have to do with touching them and not getting that jolt of heat transferred into your skin. But yeah, that's what they are. I have no idea how well these work and well, how.
But this one is more like detailed. Like it has, like,
yeah.
I think you have more possibilities to do more things with this one than you have with that one.
Exactly. So this is the F20. That they're linked in the description if you want to get them. The F20, yeah, a lot more options. This one is literally just a single button and that's it. And this one has like the back, forward, and the temperature adjustment, I assume, on the LCD, and these buttons on the side here, which I don't know what they do. So let's check out what else we get in here. So yeah, I have the package of the 0 version, whatever that is. You can still burn yourself with them, Thomas. Okay, thanks for that tip. We'll keep that in mind. Yeah, obviously the nozzle still has to get hot. So you're getting 2 filament packs right there. You're getting PLA and PLA.
You have ABS.
With the 32 euro model. I'm getting a triple pack of ABS on this one. 3 different colors, which is blue, black, and orange. But it's like little tiny packets. Let's not mix these up because I don't know if you can actually interchange the power supply. Let's see. So this one is 12 volt, 3 amps. So that is quite a bit of power in this little power supply. Wall wart. And yours is a lot smaller. So what you're getting here with the Sunlu, let me double check what this is called. SL400.
Should I already open it?
Yes.
Or?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. You're basically getting a phone charger. So, ooh, that is a bit too far zoomed in. So the Sunlu one just has a USB adapter, which is 5 volt 2 amps, so a lot less power right there. Which means instead of the wall wart here, you could use the USB power bank, which I think was advertised on one of them.
Here.
So USB goes in there, other way around. Yeah. USB always, you know, you always have to flip USB before it fits. And then it goes to a barrel jack. So you should definitely not mix those up. Because this one is 5 volt and this one is 12 volt, and you know the 5 and 12 won't matter, but if you use the 12 volt supply and plug that in here, that's probably going to fry something. Yeah, so we have...
Should I already put it in?
Go ahead. We have 2 holes. One's for the filament, one's for the power. And the one with the power obviously has a little barrel inner... Yeah. That's filament, and that is power over here.
So you just hold it like that and then you drop.
Let's, as always, let's check out what the manual tells us to do. By the way, this one has a little pen stand this way, which, okay, you have to secure to the base somehow, like that. Okay. So this one stands up on its own. Yours does not have the
Mine
stand.
Just wobbles around.
Okay, so you just have to lay that down. Filament diameter, I believe all of them are 1.75. So this one definitely is, and yours is as well. So
Yeah.
standard one. Wow, look at that. As we're speaking of templates, I guess that's one of the reasons why everyone's making these glasses.
And the butterfly.
Okay, these also look fairly small. Yeah, they are. They're quite a bit smaller than mine. I guess it's a kid's toys, smaller faces and all. Same sort of butterfly. We did print this one. What are you getting? As far
I don't
as
have like.
hold on, is that yours? That's yours.
No, this isn't.
That's yours.
It is.
That's yours.
Alright.
I'm getting a quick manual here. Basic parameters. Okay. Features of the 4th generation. The lightest 3D printing pen in globe.
I'm not getting anything in mine. There's 0.
Okay. Intelligent control. Even the hobbyists can draw freely. Nozzle with smart temperature sensing and heating. The first initiative in globe. 8 different speed control for more accurate and stable extruding. So I guess that's what the buttons on the side here do. A single press for continuous extruding flow for more ease of doodling. Embedded nozzle, more convenient maintenance. Patented nozzle, lower temperature and tip. Interesting. For an ABS pen. And we're getting the basic instructions on the side here. What does what? So wire unload button and speed control. So this is basically the one side here is forward and back. And then this side, basically, you set what speed you want to go at. And the nozzle up top, and then, of course, around the LCD screen, you can set the temperature. Burn hazard, yeah, let's skip that part. PLA ABS does 180 to 210 degrees, which is quite low for any sort of ABS. 210 for ABS, I don't think that's going to work. PLA 160 to 180, that is also on the low side, but I think to get that maximum amount of control out of these pens, you do need to go with a bit lower temperature. All right, power, plug the power supply, material filament. You select it on the screen, preheating, selection of extruding. Okay, let's do that once we get to it, and I think it should be relatively intuitive. What does yours say?
So.
Let's see the instructions for this one.
I don't know where I should start. Here or here?
So you have the same instructions in 8 different languages, including German, Korean, Chinese.
Japanese.
That's is that Chinese or Japanese?
No, that's kanji. They write it in Chinese and Japanese.
And then we have student. Is that French? French, yes. English. Okay, so yeah, Asian languages. So let's stick with the English ones. It's basically this little section up here. 3 little pagelets. Unique 4 features. Global pioneer. 1-button operation. Yep. Only 1 button. We did notice that. That's all the instructions you get basically.
Just
button extruding and retreat. Must be Italian. Extruding and retreat. So I'm thinking it's 1 button. So I'm thinking you hold it down, you press it, you hold it down, and when you let go, it should auto retract. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Heat protection, anti-scalding ceramic nozzle, and the wire feeding hole up top. Connect power, preheat, feed the filament, extrude. That sounds like it's fairly simple to use. When the light is green, press the button for 3 seconds. The filament will retreat automatically. Oh, let's just try them out, okay? I have no idea how these are gonna work out. Let's just see how it goes. All right.
Yeah, let's just keep these out. These you can throw in.
All right. You both need power now. This is again a fairly beefy power supply. You could use a USB power bank. I'm just checking. Do I have one here? Which would make the entire thing a lot easier, but I think they're both upstairs. So wire length, that's 1.80 m. So what is that? 6 foot?
This one is way smaller than yours, I think. Like way shorter.
Tom, use your pen to make a pen holder
It's
for
about the
Bella's
same.
pen.
Your arms are about the same length. Use your pen to make a pen holder for Bella's pen. Aiden, thank you for the €5. I will try that out. I don't know what material this is. This is some sort of injection molded stuff. It's probably ABS, which I think might be better for just the heat that the nozzle gives off. PLA might just melt. I am intending to use it for PLA only for now.
So do you have one of the things to plug this in?
Yes, right down there.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's actually plug another extension
Oops.
into the extension. So
Because I don't think mine will fit all the way down there. Well, maybe it will. I think. Oops. I
can I
got
clamp
it in
this
a
down?
knot.
I think I can. I even have a clamp here. That is fantastic. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll be down here for a little bit. Okay. Okay, it didn't take that long as I thought it would be.
I mean, we do have a be right back screen, but that's more like for the longer waits. Okay, let's get over here. So you get one side of the screen, I get the other. Has made a few flexible filament flexibles. Ooh, so flexibles will depend heavily on what your 3D printing pen's geometry looks on the inside. So if you have one that is very well constrained, you will be able to use flexibles. I think this one might have a better start for that because you can adjust the speed. So with a flexible, you want to go very, very slow. Just jam it in there. There you go. Okay. For flexibles, you do want to go really, really slow. And with this one, you can. This one, the Sunlu one, is just fixed speed. So should we try a flexible? Maybe one of the harder flexibles. We'll try that out. So yours is plugged in?
Yeah, I think so. I can't check if it is.
Does it have any sort of light on it? Well, you might need to turn the power strip on.
Oh.
With your finger? Okay. So that's plugged in. So now
Yep,
it's...
there's a little light.
Show the camera.
Right here, can you see it?
Can see it. Is it blinking?
No, it's just a red light.
Just a red light. So red light, let's see, preheating, click to then the red light is flashing. So through the power source hole. So we've plugged in the power adapter into the power source hole, and we just delivered a Panda template. Plugged it into the power source hole. While red light is on, then the facility is in standby. So your facility is in standby right now.
It's not. It's
now it's
red.
off. Now it's off.
No,
Is it blinking? Did you click it?
no, I didn't touch it.
Is it? Okay, this is cold. Let's see. So just to feed Sunlu PLA. So let's click this, and now it's blinking. Okay. Can you guys see that? Yes, you can. Now it's blinking. So you plug it in, then it's in standby. Then you click again to heat it up. So now it's heating up.
Oh, okay.
Which is good because if you just accidentally plug in,
making noises.
you can hear the crackling. That's probably some oil from the factory or something.
Don't burn your finger again, Tom.
I mean, it's. Flexibles confirmed. Yeah, so this one might be better with flexibles. This guy, I have no idea. I don't want to jam it on the first try. So red. Yes, now it's green. Okay. Feeding the filament. Insert into wire feeding hole. Yeah, let's go with a sample.
Ew.
Oh,
whoa!
it's
It's coming out.
It's coming out. Yes, and it smells like PLA.
Yeah. That's disgusting.
Let's move that out of the way. So this thing is heated up. It is extruding something. So I'm thinking they did test it at the factory, which is good. It doesn't smell like... Okay, now it doesn't smell like PLA anymore. It's like a... I don't know. Okay. Can you open those up, or do you need some cutting tool?
I can open it now.
I also have scissors here, so...
Okay, maybe.
There you go.
not. Thank you.
By the way, how is the PLA smells like cookies? PLA smells like... I don't know. This one doesn't smell like cookies.
It kind of smells like when we were somewhere, there was like this stinky hotel, and it smelled just like it.
Okay, it smells like Stinky Hotel. You heard it here first. Yeah, it definitely smells like burnt PCBs. If you've ever blown some electronics, that's the smell it's giving off right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you don't want to deeply inhale that stuff.
That stinks.
Yes, it does. Okay, let's see if you can follow these instructions. Feeding the filament. Insert into wire feeding hole.
So should I just keep it like that and take like a little piece and then?
Yeah. So
gradually...
they are giving you a bit of detail down here, which is blurry, unfortunately. But thankfully, I do have several cameras. They are giving you a guide of how to cut the filament in, so you don't want to bevel it. You don't want to have a one-sided taper like that. You just want it as a straight cut. As a straight cut. So that is that's a straight cut. So just feed it in there.
Just like here.
All the way until it stops.
There, now it stops.
Click the button, then the motors start working.
Should I click the button?
It says click the button, so click the button. Doing anything? Do you have to hold it?
Blinking.
It's blinking?
Yeah.
Do you have to hold it down or something? No, hold the button. The filament will be loaded automatically. Just wait for the melted material is extruding. So it's still green. Oh, now it's... Keep pushing, keep pushing. Can you hear that?
Now it's wanting to come back out.
It's wanting to come back out?
Yeah. It doesn't want to go in. It wants to come back out.
Okay. Can you let go? Are you still pushing it? So... Okay, it's going in. Don't force it in, somebody's saying. Okay. Okay, now it's pulling in.
Wait, let's oh my god, that stinks. That stinks.
It's slowly feeding in, yeah, but it does sound, yeah, it does smell like burnt electronics. It might just be the hot end that's touching the, yeah, it's definitely touching the fiber reinforced plastic shroud up there. Right there, maybe I can get it to focus on the hole. Let's see. Yes. So you can see the hot end is slightly off center, so it is touching. Now it smells like PLA. So it is touching the fiber reinforced plastic shroud. I think that is what we're smelling. Yes, I know it's on the table. Let's see what the manual tells us. Just waiting, the melted material is extruding. You can start drawing. So is that like a you can start drawing? Is that what it's trying to tell me? One click. Let's just click this. Okay, now it's off. One click continuously extruding. Click button once the facility is extruding automatically. Click again, the facility is paused.
Okay.
Click the button twice swiftly, press the button all along, then the facility is extruding. When you lose the button, the facility is paused. Okay, so it does have two different extrusion modes. Let's just try this. So this is the default mode. That is zoomed in way too far. So default mode, you click it, it starts feeding. It's not, no, it's okay. There's a bit of lag to it. You click it again, it stops. Okay, that is the default mode. Now, supposedly if I double tap this, and then I can hold it and it's gonna feed. No, now it's unloading. No, so that didn't work. Okay, so that didn't work. Okay, so let's stick with this mode for now. So basic operation, you hit the button, it extrudes. You hit it again, it stops. And it sounds like it is retracting. It sounds like it is just slow, or just for half a second or so, just trying to pull the filament out to reduce the ooze a bit, but it is still oozing. All right. So we have the first one working.
Okay. It's still coming out.
Yes, it's still coming out. That's what she said. There you go. Draw something. Have fun.
It's going on the table.
I don't think it should actually stick to the table itself. This is a laminate. I don't know what this is. Is this PVC?
It's still coming
no idea.
out. Is that a problem?
No.
Okay. Should I take it off?
So it shouldn't stick to this as long as you don't like jam it in and rub it against the table surface here. Supposedly it sticks to paper pretty well. So that's why we have the templates here. Let's just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's just start with this, and I don't know, start drawing something simple, maybe just a smiley or something.
Yeah.
In red.
I can just try. Whoa, wait. There. Okay, should I just draw it like right here?
Yeah, just on the paper.
Okay. So I just press it and then it starts.
You click it once and then it keeps going, and you click it again to stop.
Okay.
Try it out. Try it out.
So should I just draw a
Yeah, sure.
smiley?
Draw something. You're the creative here. Draw a frog. That's what the chat is suggesting.
I cannot draw a frog.
We'll see. Maybe we'll get a frog somewhere. Click it.
Yeah.
So it's green. It should be going. Click. Okay, now it's feeding, and you click again to stop. That didn't sound happy, but yeah. I think you need to get closer to the surface. There you go. Just like a 3D printed nozzle, basically. All right.
Whoa. I have no idea what I'm drawing, but I'm just drawing something. I think it's supposed to be like ice cream or something.
Just keep drawing. Just keep drawing. Well, while she draws that, I'm gonna try to figure out the. Does this even have a brand? It doesn't even have a brand. I'm gonna try out the F20. Let's see. Preheating, pure airness. That's like a smashed Easter egg. Excuse me. So you can't add a second color to that.
Yeah.
Either you buy a second pen, obviously, and you just have two pens that you use. Be careful. That is hot. That white thing up there, that is hot. You can either get a second 3D printing pen and just
Help.
help. You can either just get a second pen and have it loaded with two colors, or you can unload and reload a different color. It does cool off very quickly though, so that is not going to stick. That's just going to be loose. Only what comes out directly out of the nozzle, directly from the nozzle, that is going to be sticky. Everything else is just going to be hard, like that.
Yeah. It's just...
You want to try drawing up and making like a 3D shape out of this? Can you try making a pyramid on these three corners, like just up?
Should I just draw like a thing up and then
just
thing up and
draw
then thing up?
Draw something.
Okay, let's see if this works.
Time to open the windows. It's just PLA. So, while you draw that, I'm going to steal the camera for a second. So right here, I plugged in the the off-brand one. It's asking me ABS with an LED. Mine. So ABS. Let's hit that. PLA. Let's go the other way. ABS.
Okay.
PLA.
Anytime now.
ABS or PLA. So I'm going to stick with PLA. Do I confirm? Press the material temperature. It must be material to avoid. Press feeding button.
This is a little bit.
You'll figure it out. Press feeding button. Okay, so now we're getting that.
Look.
Ooh.
That's funny.
So that's all the way up to here.
I
Okay.
didn't actually want it to go that far, but it just kept coming out.
It just
and
kept
I just
oozing.
Couldn't like stop it.
Okay. Okay, stuck. Can you try make a triangle out of these?
And then I'll try like connecting them like that.
Right.
Whoa! Now it's all like floppy.
Yeah, I mean up here it's just very thin. Down here it does have a bit more material.
it.
I didn't break it. It's flexible.
That you got flexible. It's not flexible. It's cranky.
So this one, on the other hand, yep. That is a real-time temperature display. So just a second ago I saw it heating up, slowly creeping up to the 180. I think I might be able to, no, 179, okay. So I can lower the set temperature. Can I raise it to, yeah, but to a limit of 180, okay. So since this is set to PLA, it will have that 180 degree max temperature preset. I think if I'm setting it to ABS.
Ooh, looks nice.
If I set this
Not
one
super
to
nice.
ABS, it would probably give me a 10 degree max temperature. Try Infinity Blue, please. Yes, I will try this on the blue pen, which, by the way, this base, not super happy about it. It doesn't have any weight to it. It's just a plastic thing. So the cable itself is trying to pull it over. Let's try some Infinity Blue as suggested. Needle nose pliers, yeah, needle nose pliers or metal tweezers. I guess that would be the optimum solution.
Come on. Just stop. Stop. Okay, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna make the third line. What?
Two lines down, one to go.
I know it doesn't look the best.
It's a bit odd shaped for a pyramid. It's more like a, I don't know.
Well, this is the first time me doing this, okay? And I have very shaky hands.
I know you're getting old.
Haha, very funny.
I think I cut this closer to these. Right, yeah, this is the Conductive Filament Infinity Blue, which actually started arriving at people's doorsteps today.
Look.
It's something.
It's kind of a pyramid. I don't know what it's supposed to be.
Try pressing the backup button to stop extruding. So the thing is, the one she's using, the Sunlu 400 something, it doesn't have a back button. It only has a here. Hold on, use this.
Okay.
It only has a single button. It only has a single feed button, and supposedly once you stop pressing that button, it retracts a bit. But instead of just peeling all that off, wouldn't it be smarter to just keep going? Just flip that off and hit it and go. Click it and go. Click it and go.
What should I do?
I don't know. Connect them.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do something. Try putting a desk fan pointing towards the doodler. It's not a 3D doodler. That would be copyright, trademark. But yeah, that filament everywhere. That could be a good suggestion. Put putting some sort of fan on it. I think some pens already have like a... Let's just sleep. Some pens already have like a little fan built in. So that could be something that's nice for these. Let's try the...
Oh.
Wrong instructions. Let's try the F20. Plug in, PLA, ABS, selecting the material, press feed button. Selecting of extruding speed, so... Okay, so that's a nice feature. On this guy, after, I don't know, it was maybe a minute or so, it went to sleep, so it just completely stopped heating. Yeah, it just stopped heating. And it was like, okay, you're not needing me. I'm not going to waste any power. I'm just going to, you know, shut down for a second. And once you press any of my buttons, I'm going to heat up again. Right. Chat is suggesting that you should move faster. That you basically should stretch out the filament that is extruding. Because then it wouldn't. Then it wouldn't droop as much, they're saying. Do they make conductive filament? Yes, they do, but it's not like really, it's not as conductive as a real copper trace. It's more like anesthetic.
Like cut the...
Cut the what?
Cut this here. What? Whoa, wait, no!
You didn't fuse it at the bottom. But we can fix it. Hold on. Okay, this one's gonna go to sleep again. But that's what I said. You can use these as welding, 3D welding pens. Hold it up. Hold it up. I'm gonna hold it in position. And keep holding it. And we can basically just fuse it together. Like so. And on this side as well. And that should hold up. Yes, it does.
Yay! Thank you, Tommy.
3D welding pens. Very useful for fixing 3D prints. Eiffel Tower. Yes, we do have an Eiffel Tower. Let me just try and get this one to work. And then we can both start printing and making stuff, right? She needs to hurry up and draw a benchy so we can calibrate her. Yes.
What?
A 3D benchy. One of these. Just print one. I can show you the G code. Just follow that. It's very simple instructions. Does it stick to the ceramic nozzle? Kinda.
A little bit.
Okay. Let's see what this one does. PLA or ABS preheating did it. Selecting of shooting speed.
I made that, Daddy.
Selecting of extruding speed. So that's the buttons on this side. And I press these. Oh no, hold on. Ah! Okay, that was the forward button. Extruding speed, this one. P4, P3, P2, P1. Then we hit the other one and it goes back up. So that is the... Where's my focus? That's just how fast it's going to feed filament, which is going to be useful for those bridges that we just saw droop on her print. Well, print on her artwork.
Yeah.
Just having less of a feeding speed should help with that. So, material feed, loading, insert, press the feeding button and filament will be moved. Okay, so there's no specific feed function on either one of them. It's just, you know, drop it in, hit go, and at some point it should, yes, grab it and pull it in by itself. Yeah, it's not the tightest feed. It's not the strongest motor. You can hear it struggling, but yeah. And it does have to, you know, push it in quite far, but it's doing it by itself, so that's fine. By the way, you just saw the microphone poking in there. How is the audio today? We are back on the Rode VideoMic Pro instead of the head-mounted lav. Oh, now we got stereo pens. Ooh. There you go, there's the goop from this one. So you can hear it struggling a bit. I don't know if that is just the speed. Ah, okay, which you cannot adjust while it's extruding. It's interesting. Very bubbly. I don't know what they put into the original material there.
Yeah.
Why is it bubbling so much? Hoping that is not the filament itself or the temperature on the nozzle. Hold on. There you go. So same basic idea of use on this one, on the F20. You have the back and forward, and
Tommy.
basically you press the forward, it keeps extruding, you press it again and it stops and it retracts a bit. And this one is just the unload, I guess. I guess you have to hold that to unload it completely. Okay. Yes.
Can I start tracing the panel?
I'm sure.
Like, I want to see if I can do it.
Why don't you do a butterfly though?
Aren't they Swedish? Who's Swedish? So.
I'm not Swedish. I'm German American.
Right. I'm gonna try the 3D. Okay, I'm gonna try the 3D glasses that came, or the 3D glasses.
3D glasses.
They're not 3D glasses. They're very 2D glasses. But I'm gonna try these glasses and.
Do you think I can
just
already
follow them?
pull this off?
I don't know if you can pull it off, but you can already pull it off. Yes, it cools and hardens very quickly. Just
cool.
don't know how well it's gonna stick. So I'm gonna try to trace these goggles
I'm gonna
right
bring this
there.
home to Mommy.
That looks horrible. And this stand does not stand up because it tips back. It's going to sleep though, which is good. Let's knock down the exposure on this one. Just one click. If I can without freezing up everything. Ah, it's on auto. Okay, that would explain a few things. There we go. Now colors are horrible, but at least you can see what we're doing here. So, how do we get this to heat up? Okay, just press any of the buttons. Isn't an inkjet printer technically a 3D printer? Technically it is, yeah, because it is adding matter to the to your paper. So Papa wants to try too. I mean, if he wants to do stuff,
So,
I
wait.
guess I'm gonna have him on
Press,
camera too.
wait
Yeah.
There we go.
until it turns green and then press it again.
Okay.
Here.
You tell me what it is. Still red.
You just have to wait for it to heat.
I see.
At least for the stand, an attempt was made. Yes, there was an
There,
attempt.
and I press it again, and now the filament's gonna come up.
Okay.
Okay, and
What's
then
up
start
You want the small one or the big one?
the big one.
Yeah, so fast.
Okay, that is, for me, this right here, this is too fast. So
This is too
let's
fast,
stop
too.
this.
That's too fast.
Thankfully, on the F20, I can adjust the speed. So I'm going down from P6 to P4. You guys want to come over here so we can see you in the overhead cam?
Okay, hold on.
So
Too fast. Way too fast.
this is better. Okay, so mine's okay now. At least it gives me a chance to trace stuff and doesn't just blob all over the place.
And I have to color in the eye.
Though I have to say, the way that like the shroud is angled around the nozzle, it doesn't really give you a lot of, visual, what is it called, visual freedom. It doesn't allow you to see as much of what you are doing, where your nozzle is, versus just blocking the entire thing. And like shoving it like this, that does not work at all. So first trace right there. You guys are just off screen still.
Sorry. Why do we have to be?
Because you're using up one of the pens, and if you can do something, we might as well just do it on camera.
Okay, we'll try, but it's going way too fast. We can't. He's just.
There you go.
Okay, now I got it all over the place.
Oh, we can try it again.
I tried, but it's going way too fast to do something, you know.
No, it's not.
You should go half the speed. You know?
You just gotta get better. If it's too fast, you're too slow, as they say.
You want to try it, Bella?
So this one, the F20 here on, what is this,
Just do
20% speed or 30% speed, it's fine. It feels like it's, you know, a speed you can trace and not have to wait on the pen. But of course, your hand as a extruder or as a motion system,
mag je ändern. Je moet
Is
pauze
it?
maken. Pauze.
Pause.
the best thing. Just click the button. There's just one button on there.
Okay, now I just...
Yeah, just try. Just try.
I should stop this one before I start moving stuff around.
There you go.
Okay, so...
Ah. So you can make, so the F20 you can make faster, which I think for filling in stuff like this is going to be fine. Let's actually try this. So we're on P4. Oh, I think we were on P3. Let's go to P8 and see what the difference is. The cheap AliExpress pens are better than these. Well, these are basically the cheap AliExpress pens. Oh yeah, this is much more filament. It's just pouring out. And for some reason my filament's bubbling like crazy. These are going to be massively rigid glasses. I don't think they're going to be particularly
Wearable.
yeah, wearable because they're going to be too small. But hey, it's a try. So yeah, faster speed, very nice for you know, filling in larger gaps like this. I mean, you could probably even just go and just slowly pull through. Like the ooze on the F20, still an issue. It's not fully retracting to a point where it's not oozing at all. There's still plenty of material coming out. But it looks like both of them are actually keeping up with the heating of the filament, even at the speeds are going at. And this one's pumping out quite a good amount of material, to be honest. Okay. There's the frame. Let's see if I can put this down into the stand. Okay, here it's gonna hold. So, glasses, frame. I mean, not the cleanest print ever. But it's a frame. It's a frame. Does this come off of the paper? Not really. Okay, so it has bonded to the paper, which is okay. So
Slight problem.
that's going to be the inside. That is going to be the inside, definitely. The Europanda is coming together. So filling in large areas like that, you know. Yeah, hold to camera there. Filling in large areas like that is always going to be a chore. Because there's just so much filament that's extruded from these nozzles. Like tiny structures, like something like the Eiffel Tower, which we also have here. That should go much faster than. Okay. That should go much faster than like solid things like that Panda. But first I'm gonna try to finish up these glasses. Let's see, so it's at sleep now and it's dropped down to 150. And just to answer that question, yes, the filament does stick to the ceramic nozzle. Is that normal paper? So the Panda is being drawn onto normal paper, yes. There's just inkjet paper with an inkjet print on it. This one right here, these glasses that I'm printing, this is from the pen itself. So this was included with the pen, and it's sort of like a semi-gloss, or, well, yeah, it's a coated paper, so it's not just a plain paper. It does have some sort of plastic coat on it, I think.
This one doesn't.
Which means it's probably going to stick very well to this one. I could have thought of that beforehand. But yeah, it sticks extremely well to this sort of glossy paper, which means, well, one side's just going to have a bit of texture to it.
Yeah, okay.
This one on the other hand, is that coming off, or is it sticking, or what are you guys trying to do?
We're just cutting off the edges.
Cleaning it out. So. But it is coming off the paper if you want it to.
Multitasking! One hand on the pen, the other on the camera controls. So let's just try a truss structure like this. Use up a lot less material. It goes a lot faster too. Where's the button? Ow! And that bottom of the pen right there, even the blue plastic, that is getting pretty hot. Not just the black shroud, it's also the blue plastic bit right there. That does get a bit toasty, not to a point where it's actually going to burn you, but it's uncomfortable touching it. 20% line infill, yes. Can we just get a little dab right there just to weld that on? Well, I guess we can just use the hot nozzle to dig through it. That also works. I'm hoping you're enjoying those sounds. Have you seen the Elgato Stream Deck? I think I've seen it, but I don't know what good that would be for me. So I'm on the fastest setting.
Put clear tape over the paper.
And the Sunlu pen is on the default setting, which I think is a bit slower than this even. It's kind of interesting using this because you're not just having that one-dimensional drawing experience that you'd have with, you know, a pen or ink or something, but you're getting that two-dimensional time-dependent drawing. The faster you move, the thicker your line is going to be. It's kind of like using a what's it called, Wacom tablet on your PC that has the pressure sensitivity, because it does add that extra dimension to your drawing. Here it's time. Here it's how fast you move. And I mean, with a bit of experience, with a bit of practice, and just being able to control your movement very precisely, I think you could make some, let's call them artistic pieces with these. Okay. Make sure your wrist is tight, some backlash are not good for printing. What? You guys are still filling in your Panda. Let's hope this doesn't tip. Let's try and get this off. I don't think scissors are going to do much good.
Yeah, I think it's going to work better with the Panda.
Do I have some sort of spatula here? I have that somewhere else. basically, yeah, so this sticks to the paper way too well. You can see just the little bits that are coming along.
Let's just cut this off.
Hello to Argentina. Argentina, no.
I'll try and get the little. Well, they're gradually.
Filament.
They come.
What? Yeah, I mean, I can't compete with Devin. He's just in a totally different league, and I mean, when it comes to 3D printing pens, he's the man. Make anything. YouTube channel, check him out. Good stuff. So, yeah, this stuck to the paper too well. I'm not going to worry about it for now. Try on clear tape next. So you guys are talking packing tape, which is usually PET, which I think would actually stick better.
Stick more.
So, yeah, but then again, I don't know what this paper is. I think that the adhesion on paper itself is
It's like
Good.
about
You can
the
take
right
it
amount.
off. You can take it off.
Normal paper is better.
Regular inkjet paper. I seem to be happy with it.
Yeah.
I guess you could print on stuff or print. What do you call this thing we're doing? Is it printing? Is it 3D painting? Is it 3D drawing? What's the official terminology? Because I don't know. I'm just gonna call it something, whichever I want to.
Yeah, this here is too small for my nose.
People that do cakes, I'm sure that they will have fun with this.
It's PLA. You're not really gonna eat it. You shouldn't. What? That fit you? Well, we're gonna weld on the.
It doesn't really fit on my nose.
We're gonna make it fit. We're gonna make your nose fit.
So you're not gonna cut my nose.
Who knows? Who knows? Nose. You get it? Here, give me the microphone.
Yeah, I do get it. Who knows?
Okay, but first we shall. Oops, this is breaking. We shall weld these hot gluing plastic. Yeah, we should weld these together. So what a lot of people actually don't know is how this fits into 3D printing. So 3D printing technically, well, the low-end 3D printing that we're doing
You
here
have to stop it?
is basically just a glorified hot glue gun. That's what a lot of people have used to explain the process. And it's true, the first 3D printer over at Bath University was actually using a hot glue gun. So it went to, those super complex machines that we have that are, 4-axis computer controlled, crazy technical things. It went from a hot glue gun to those, and now it's coming back from those to the hot glue gun, the motorized hot glue gun.
There you go.
So, yeah. Also, what plays into this is the first filaments that we were using, the 3mm ones. Why are they 3mm or 2.85? It's because that's what's been available as plastic welding reel. So you have plastic welding guns that are heating up that plastic to weld two plastic panels together, and that's where the 3mm filament came from in the entire supply chain, basically. And the 1.75mm filament only came later because it's a better fit for 3D printing. So, yeah, it's interesting to see this going back.
No, I got it. Wait, Daddy, let
And
me.
of course, one of the big useful features for these 3D printing pens is actually using them for 3D welding, for plastic welding. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna try with these glasses, because you do have to weld them. They're individual parts. So let's try that. Let's try not to burn my finger on this.
Wait, the paper's coming. No, just let it.
3D pens are useful for assembling the 3D parts from a printer, Tom? Yes, they are. If you are following the Sam and Nico channel, I think they were doing friction welding on Nico's, what was it, the red something mask. I think he was friction welding them and then gluing, or the other way around. But they could have also used one of these 3D pens and basically welded it together in one go. And that makes for a really strong seam, unless you're trying to weld ABS, which does need higher temperatures to really fuse. But for PLA, perfectly fine. So
What?
You gotta wait.
right, this one is on sleep. Is yours on sleep too?
It was
Is
turned
it-
off.
Okay.
It was turned off, so.
Did it turn itself off completely?
Yeah, it was black, so.
Okay, so that one also has a sleep function as well. The red hood mask friction welder. Yeah, so that's one of the two options to weld or to fuse 3D parts. One of them, or three ways. One of them is a solvent welding using acetone, which works actually pretty well for PLA too at times. The other is, friction welding with a Dremel, where you have a piece of filament chucked into a Dremel that spins fast enough to melt into the part. And then the third one is just classic plastic welding. So that's what we will attempt with these glasses right here. Where's my cameras? There we go. So I will try not to burn myself, but there's no real good way of holding these together. So let's just see how this goes. If you hear me screaming, then well, you can try. Okay, got a helping hand. Or a pair of helping hands to be exact. There we go. So there's our ooze bugger. And we want to get it real nice and hot and let it melt into the rest of the part. And that should fuse right up. Give it a second to cool. So right now it's still hot and soft. Yep, still soft. Okay, but that is
Noch in to the inside.
mostly okay. So we're gonna get the other side as well. Buttons, do something. Okay. Okay, and that should hold by itself because it's not. It's already tacked in from the other side.
5 years.
We got €5. Small tip for your assistant. Which one? Which one of the two?
Me or my dad?
That's fine.
I have
That's fine.
many
Thank you.
assistants.
That's good. Thank you. Thank you anyways. Yeah? There you go.
So this one we're going to clean up. We're going to try to get the paper off because we do want to weld to it, and it's not going to weld to the paper. Hold these two. Let's try again. So on this one the paper is going to be on the outside because they were
That's fine,
printed. Let's call it printing.
Very stylish.
Draw, whatever. Yeah. New style of Casey Neistat glasses. Are you okay? You went into standby. It goes into standby pretty quickly, so you leave it alone for 30 seconds or something, and it's off, which is, I guess, good and bad. But to me, it would be nice if it was just a tiny bit longer. So there is one side. Let's try and line these up as much as you can line these up with a wobbly frame. Get ready for another blister? Nah. Open it up and mod the firmware. Well, we might open up one of these if it's easy enough. Don't use the scissors for that. You're gonna break the ceramic nozzle. Use the tweezers, which are over here. So it's kind of nice having the audio feedback just from the motor, because that kind of tells you when to expect when the filament is coming out. Otherwise, these pens don't really have any sort of direct feedback at all. So they will just keep going. They're temperature controlled, yes, so that they will keep their temperature at the exact temperature they need to be. But there's no back and forth. There's no input like a gas pedal or something. It is very digital, on and off. How about TMC 2660? But nah.
Okay, you want to put them on? Come on.
There's some chat going on.
You go, Bill. Put the glasses on. Well, there you go. Here you go.
Works. Can we read out the chat? It's the crazy cousins from New York again.
Wait, where?
Did you not see them there?
Oh, there.
Can you actually put lenses in those
Hi,
glasses?
Sienna.
Okay. Can you actually put lenses in those glasses?
Yeah,
You
maybe.
might. I think you can. The glasses are usually acrylic, the lenses. So
you can glue them in.
they should. You can weld them in.
You can weld them in there.
You should be able to. I think I might have like an old pair of lenses. You should be able to just draw a frame around them and.
That's right. People were going crazy about those eclipse glasses, in the States.
Oh, yeah.
Solar eclipse.
Yeah.
You can make your own.
And basically, I think you should be able to just draw a frame around it. However, it's probably going to be a bit floppy. That's my only concern. It's not going to be accurate. Like these are aligned to be like at the right distance so that they line up with the center of your sight line. A pair of glasses like these,
But the
it might
Panda
be
came
off.
out
It
really
might be
good.
tilted like that. So you might be getting a headache if you actually wear them. But typically, I think you might be able to.
Can I
to
show
do
the
so.
audience?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you are already showing the audience.
Here's the panda.
So that's
Do you
the.
want to show it there?
Do I want to show them on the close
Put
up?
it on paper.
Let's
There you
see. Yeah, so that's the panda they drew.
Scary panda.
So what's up with this bit right there? Is
Yeah, that's paper.
that's the paper that came off? Okay.
Yeah, because. So, yeah. It looks pretty cool.
Very very abstract with the uses right there. I guess you could turn that into a feature. You could turn that into a deliberate feature of the print. Just have that sort of style. And I guess if you work with it, like if you look at the ears too, there's the ears. So one of them was kind of not filled in all the way. There was an attempt made to fill it up here, but
I'm just going to keep the template.
they are. Emma, stay with me here. Wasn't really filled in all the way right there. Also the eyes, not really. This one, almost watertight, almost. But obviously that there is an aesthetic difference to how this looks, and you can certainly make. You can make use of that. You can play with that and use it for whatever you want. Now, of course, let me just reiterate. The point of these is that they are a cheap toy. That's literally the point of them. 32 euros, 40 euros, they are not expensive. And from I wouldn't get the Sunblue. I wouldn't get the super cheaper one. Just a few bucks more that the F20 costs, and with the variable speed control and the adjustable temperature, that's worth it, I think. But it's as a tool for 3D prints for welding stuff. Let's actually try and weld something that is a real world print. So yeah, like this. Am I going to use this? I might actually use this. That's maybe not the best thing to. Nah. Let's weld two benchies together. So, what are you? You're a failure. And 150. Okay. So we have
Come on.
two benchies.
And an assistant.
Two standard benchies. I will try, if that's watertight, never go boating. I said it's almost watertight. I guess you could use a solvent weld and just glue them together like this. And a weld seam usually has that chamfer on the edge that lets you get into
Come on.
you can try
with
material.
this.
But yeah, let's just try it like this. Can you hold them so that the camera can see them like that?
I'm a double bolt.
So this one is going to just weld on the edge. It's not going to make a huge, it's not going to have a huge contact surface, a huge contact area, but it's only going to get welded at the edges. So let's get it to heat up all the way, and just see if this actually holds together. That red PLA looks like ground beef.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it especially once you add those little black spots in there with the paper on the back. I don't know why the paper is so black. Well, that's the ink, right?
It was the ink.
Okay.
No,
So yeah,
it's ground beef. Yeah,
definitely.
made me think about a burger.
Tell Uncle Carl hi. Well, consider it told. So this one's hot. It's at 180.
Yeah, just don't
Look at your
burn my
finger.
finger.
Yeah, 180. Trying to show that. So that's on full speed again, and I can feel it kind of sticking to the surface right there. Just get a nice thick weld bead. Actually, the bead looks nice. Again, the filament is bubbling. That might be the particles having absorbed some moisture. But to be honest, that seam looks like a proper weld seam. So if you design your parts to be, welded in the end, and you add the proper chamfers to the entire thing, that might be a very good way of connecting parts. And I'm gonna have to do the tip in a second. Okay. Show your Birkenstocks. I'm wearing them. I don't have to show those. Okay, that looks like a pretty good weld, I'd say. I mean, it is PLA to PLA, so we should have the proper bonding right there. And strength, yeah, it's there. It's definitely bonded together. Of course, you could do smaller seams, just get far down into the edge right there, into the crack, and then add a second layer on top of that. That might make for a stronger weld. But for this, I mean, that's plenty strong. That is definitely plenty strong, I'd say. So nice use for these, just as a tool for 3D printing. Let's see what's happening there. The butterfly. Okay, well, while you are being a butterfly, I will try the Eiffel Tower. ×4. That might
Take a while.
It's just a lot of detail up here. Should I try that? Chat, let me know. Should I try the Eiffel Tower? Is that
Interesting for anybody?
it's gonna be a long while to make. I don't know.
No. You have the. See, this is the tea light house. You want to try this?
Tea light house. But how is that gonna hold up?
Yeah.
Did you have to? Well, you have to fill in the entire area right there. That's.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be too much. Carnival mask. Well, okay, 3dprint.eu. I'm sorry, but you can't just grab a carnival mask image from Google and sell it off as a 3D carnival mask. That's, I don't know. Come on. Yeah. 3D bicycle. That also looks like it's not a specifically 3D drawable file, but. Yeah, should we print a Benchy? But yes, we could try flexibles. That is a good idea. So let's try. What is this? I'll just use whichever one I grab first. So this is ColorFab Engine Flex. ColorFab Engine Flex, what is this? 240, 250. Oh, that might be a bit too hot. Let's see, what else do we have? I thought I'd have one that is perfect, but that's rubber. By the way, how do you like that color?
Ooh, pretty.
That is Filamentum PLA. That is Filamentum Turquoise.
I like it.
Specifically requested. We have Rec Rubber.
Do you see that?
Bella Pretty Butterfly. Yeah. Ooh, now that camera is cutting out. Interesting.
Thank you, Santa. And Sophia and Lucas.
Peter's commenting Nick. Well, let's see what this Rec Rubber prints at. Because the thing is, this pen only goes to 210 degrees, so that is not enough for the Engine Flex. 230 to 250, that is also too hot. Can we print Das Flex?
Not working anymore?
I think my thing just shut down.
So there supposedly is a safety feature in this one that turns the pen off after.
It's too overheated?
No, it's not, because you stepped on the power strip and you turned it off.
Oh. Oops.
I mean,
Let's just put that all the way over there.
you say, Herb. Come on. I think that filament is a bit lower temperature-wise. Filament TPU.
Let's keep this filament as well.
220. Okay, that should work. Das Filament Flex. I do have a white spool sealed somewhere. This? No. That's a different one. There is so much filament here. There it is. It's hard to find the one that I need. Sorry, headphone users. Das Filament TPU is recommended for 220, so that is that should be fine at the 210 ABS setting on this pen. Let's just give it a try. Ooh. This one's
Bullet. This one right.
okay. I want to see if there is layer adhesion with the ABS at such low temperature. With the ABS, it's also going to... So, ABS layer adhesion with a 3D printing pen at 210 degrees. That is just going to heavily depend on... oh, why is this set to ABS now? Did it... Oh, it reset. Okay. Let me finish up that thought first. So layer adhesion is going to depend heavily on what type of ABS you use. There are some types that are fine with a lower temperature. There are some types that really need the 270 degrees to work. So 210, you're not going to just be able to print any ABS. You will need to get a very specific type that works at those temperatures. The other thing is these pens are set to a rather low temperature. So we were doing PLA at 180 degrees. I don't know how accurate that is because it was bubbling up, which I've never seen on this PLA. That might be just a thing to be able to control it better. It might also be a reading error and this thing might be having 230. So if 180 degree on the readout is 230 in real life, then I don't know what 210 is. 210 might be 250, 260 or something along those lines. But yeah, so this pen did get reset, and I think that is the official way to choose your material, because there is no back button really that takes you back into the the first setup menu where you can pick ABS or PLA. So for now that is fine. I'm just gonna go with ABS, and I shall, which one do I press? P6.
It's contact torque.
Don't get the filament all the way down.
Stop.
Stop before it goes all the way in. So P6. Okay, now I hit forward, and now it's heating up to ABS, so to something. You can see it in real time as it heats up. So you guys just ran out of filament.
Yeah, there's like a little tiny bitty filament.
Little tiny bit of filament left. Would you like some more red filament? Or would you rather use a different color?
I would need a little tiny bit of red to finish this up, but then I would be fine with any other color.
We're going to grab a bit of... Is that enough?
Yeah.
That probably with what goes into the pen, that's probably going to be gone already. So let's give you some more. Don't feed that in. Don't feed that in. Here's some more, Bella. Catch.
Okay.
Good job. So this is Atom 3D. That is Atom 3D PLA, which is just a standard PLA, really.
You
So,
just fill it in and you have to
how
take it
how
out.
do we? No, you.
I already did it.
How-
Don't you have to double click and then it goes out?
So
and then put
that
it in?
supposedly, so filament unloading on this one. First of all, this was off, but it's still hot for some reason. Okay, interesting.
Wait, is the green light on?
It's green now. So supposedly the double
It's
tap
still
that
on.
switches to the different use mode, to the let's say to the hold to extrude, but that didn't work. The hold, yeah, holding it down for a second actually removes or that doesn't sound healthy. Actually
Just
unloads the
don't pull
filament. So
on it. Just let it.
I'm just trying to feel how the drive gear etc. feels, but it's like every time you hear that.
Don't pull it out. You'll break it.
Yeah. It feels like it's not running perfectly true. It's like it's not pulling just continuously. It's more like a cluck 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 cluck, which is interesting.
And no.
If you feed it all the way out, you can pull it out. Yes.
I can
And
put
then
it back in?
you put it back in. You press the no, don't force it in. You feed it until it stops. Then you
Press.
hit the button and you keep pushing lightly. You just click it once. That is basically how the pen works. That is your regular operation, really. So this guy is heated up also. Print on a shirt, please. That would be something that we can try with a flexible one. What I've seen with shirts and with marking, printing on shirts and on leather, actually, where I've seen it with leather, you actually print on your textile. I think it probably doesn't work with shirts, but you print on it and then you actually tear off the print or the plastic, and it tears off that top layer of leather, for example, and that leaves a marking like it's etched. So that can be an interesting use case. STL files are optional. STL files, yeah. Every time I see a filament collection on the wall, I wonder what your experience is of moisture absorption. Yeah. Filaments do absorb moisture. PLA doesn't really care. ABS does care. PETG kind of cares. And nylons, you keep them out for a day and they're gone, or they're done for. For the most part, this room is somewhat controlled in humidity, so it's not that much of an issue. I keep my moisture sensitive filaments in a dry box so they are protected against the moisture, because otherwise I just have to bake them every single time I wanted to use them. So this is flexible dust filament TPU, thermoplastic urethane. So yeah, you can kind of, if you have sharp scissors, you can cut it with scissors.
Wir machen das dann zusammen später.
You can stretch it. It's a, I'd say this is like a standard flexible filament, like a 95A, maybe a bit softer even. So if this works, I think most flexibles should work.
Different color. You wanna try
So,
this color? Or this color?
right, it's called ironing. Yeah, that's something that Cura and Simplify 3D support.
You wanna try
What
this?
is that?
That is a flexible.
Whoa. Feels just like plastic.
Yeah,
Like-
it is
Well,
plastic.
It's technically
Like-
it is a plastic.
Well, it's not like the
Like a
normal
soft
plastic.
plastic.
It's like the
Rubber.
Rubber,
yeah.
kind of.
Looking for words. Yes. It is. It's not a. It's technically. I don't think it's a rubber, but
Tommy, can you help me again with the getting out the filament?
just hold the button.
Okay.
Then let go. Then it's gonna unload until it's all the way out.
I'll do it.
Come to
So yeah, it's interesting to see. Is Filaflex a good flexible material filament? It's very flexible. That is some of the most flexible stuff, and only very few printers can print it. But then it's a good material. Okay, so what I'm seeing with these two pens is like the Sunlu, the 32 € one. That's a much simpler pen and a much, I don't want to say easier to use, but yeah, easier to use one. Okay, this does not grip. This one here with the temperature controls and all that sort of jazz, you have a lot more options, you have a lot more possibilities, but it also requires you to use it properly. This one button, yeah, anyone can learn that.
Okay.
Is it gripping? Kind of.
Can I-
This one?
Can I
Turquoise,
use the blue?
blue,
Or-
you can use blue, you can use anything.
Okay. So now I I press the button.
Oh, hold on,
So-
hold on. You gotta cut it off.
Yeah.
To make the was on too much.
Vision.
Thank you.
Long chain.
Right, it's feeding. It's
And-
looking like it's feeding. So this is the fastest speed even. And at 210, it is extruding. It is feeding. Let's see. Now this is a clear. That's not the best color to show you what it does, but it should. I mean, it should stick to PLA. Let's just see what it does. Oh, fast. Let's go a bit slower. Let's go down to P4. Okay, so it resets to P6. So it's not the very fastest speed, but it's a decent pace. And the feed just okay. We're back. We're back.
Wait. Just let.
Let it go. Let it go. So let's see. Oh yeah, this is nice and sticky. And it's also too fast, and it's probably going to goop up all over the place. Yes, it does. And ooh, this is actually, well, comparable, I'd say. P1. Let's go.
There, I made it a little fluff.
Very slow. Slow and steady.
Do it.
Okay, this is probably too slow, but it's giving the material time to cool off. So, okay, this is too slow. It's not even. Is it even feeding? It looks like it's doing something, but it's certainly not like consistently feeding out.
Okay.
I think that looks like a jam. Because it is feeding in, but it's not going anywhere. It's not coming out. So that to me tells me that there is something. Oh, now it's looking like it's doing something. It's still feeding in.
It doesn't really dry.
But it feels like there's more going in than there's coming out.
But
So
it's like pip. Pip. Or unicorn pip.
Okay. Good. So,
I don't know where this material is going.
Sensors.
It's kind of scaring me because I have a feeling it's winding around the feeder gear inside the machine.
It looks more like glue.
Since it's clear, yeah.
It's like-
Okay, it's not feeding out. I'm gonna remove this. Oh yeah, okay. You can. It's not gripping. Okay. It is not gripping at all. So.
It's too soft.
Yeah. So what's probably happening here is that the drive gear inside this thing is not spring loaded. So it's just a fixed distance
You want to glue it together?
between the idler, which is usually
Wait,
smooth.
You gotta take it off then.
Wait.
And the actual drive gear, the spinning drive gear itself. So
Great. Turn off.
it runs great for PLA, anyways, for rigid materials, but this one just doesn't have the tension to grab onto a flexible one. You want to swap pens?
Sure. Wait, I just have to finish this.
Power supplies both. The 5-volt supply is getting warm, but it's not like they're getting super toasty and overheating. All right.
Okay.
Any comments on the color of fingernail polish or nail polish today? Fingernail polish. That sounds disgusting.
Nail polish. It's called nail polish. Tell me.
Not finger-
Will the ceramic nozzle? Yeah, it's not fingernail polish. It's nail polish.
Mm-hmm.
Will the ceramic nozzle work with carbon fiber ABS?
Uh-oh.
Will it work with carbon fiber ABS? It probably will, though. It's like that's like one of the most extreme materials to use on one of the most humble tools out there. Which filament type is the blue one? The blue one is okay. The blue one that you're seeing in the back, that
It was PLA.
which actually looks very blue. It's more of a.
It's not PLA. It was ABS.
This is. Why does this look so blue? This looks way too blue. This is a nice deep turquoise. This is not it. Cameras, what is up with you? Okay, this is turquoise. This is Filamentum PLA
Just wait.
extra fill. The blue one that she's printing, this one, which looks. Let me just compare this. They look almost identical on camera. This blue one, this is Infinity Blue from Dust Filament, which has been shipped yesterday. Yesterday's Friday, yeah. So the first spools are coming out or shipping out right now. This is a filament that I made with Dust Filament. Just watch my videos. You're gonna know about it. Metallic PLA, metallic electric blue PLA, custom made. The filament your sister's using, yes, that is it. That is the Infinity Blue by Dust Filament. toms3d.org/infinity.
I'm gonna put it together like this.
Yeah, so this is sticking
Yeah.
fairly
I'll
well.
hold it for you, okay? You,
Wait, I'm gonna bring it finger.
Yeah, don't put it on my finger. Okay?
So off camera right there, they're trying to weld the butterfly together.
I'll move over.
So you guys have printed the butterfly wings.
Okay,
with-
ready?
I'll just leave like a little bit. Here you go.
You printed the wings and the body with the same color, and you're welding it with the Infinity Blue.
Yep.
Interesting.
Okay. Now put the other sides. Here you go. You gotta get it closer though.
Yeah, so we're using PLA only I did try to use the flexible one on the F20, which did not work. ABS might actually work. It feels like these temperatures are much higher than what the pen displays. So the 210, I don't think that's 210. I think that is way more than 210. Is that the noise from the pen? Yes, it is.
Let's just hold it down on both sides.
Make a pyramid and show how strong this stuff is. Well, it's the same material that you're printing with your regular 3D printer. So if you just extrude like a solid chunk of material, that is going to be exactly as strong as if you 3D printed it. Actually, it's going to be probably a bit stronger. But if you're just doing like thin lines, a pyramid or something, let's actually do that right now. It is just like little tiny strings of material that hold each other up. Show how strong this stuff is. Carbon fiber ABS. I don't have any carbon fiber ABS here. I do have carbon fiber PETG and PLA, but I don't think I have any reinforced ABS. Let me try some 3D penning.
It's too hot, Daddy.
No, it's not done.
With
She gotta go to the.
Actually, let's try this.
That's fine.
We gotta get the.
As we smash an aria. Let's try this. This is the Unico Fill Rainbow PLA, which cycles through different colors. Though I think the length it cycles through might actually be too long. So if we unwind a few, there's like this. This is all basically or
Green.
mostly one color.
It feels a little bit darker.
I think they also make some that is faster, that cycles faster, that has shorter lengths of each color. That is better for these pens. And it should make for a very nice natural look to it.
We can attach them directly.
Will it print wood fiber filaments? It might. Most likely it will.
You need to press on it now.
Because there's no real difference between the wood fiber filaments and regular ones, except for the particles and
Stop.
There we go. And the particles, unless they clog the nozzle, they're not going to make a difference.
Okay.
Carbon PLA, okay.
And the other one?
That's a hand.
Okay.
That's even more of a hand.
Yeah.
Stop.
So, do we have a welded butterfly?
Almost.
Almost.
Not fully, but almost.
Where did you get the rainbow PLA? Again, it is Unico Fill. Unicofill.de. If the camera would focus, I could show you. But I do have a Philoween episode about this stuff. And I think Part-Time Ronin also just posted the URL to the Philoween episode. And yes, that is Du stehst auf dem... which is that exact
Wait.
material.
Take that off. Hurry, before the light goes off.
Hurry, before the light goes off. Yes, that is the thing with these pens. If they do have an auto shut off function, I feel like it's more annoying than it does good.
Bloody.
I'm just going to do a typical pyramid.
But we're only doing it on the back.
This is not in frame. Oh, it's in frame. Gosh, I hate those micro HDMI outputs. They're the worst. Okay. Oh, let's go a bit slower. P2.
Looks good.
Oh, we need to go way faster for this to stretch and cool. So you do have to kind of stretch this out as you go, I guess. If it were cool. And it does stretch out quite far. Because these things ooze like crazy. But once you do that, they do stand up for themselves.
Butterfly. Looks pretty.
Butterfly.
This is our butterfly. Right here.
Handmade 3D butterfly. I mean, it is pretty flat for a for a 3D print, 3D pen print. I guess you really do kind of have to go more into the 3D weld. You could have welded those wings on at an angle and just gave it a bit of depth, like not like this, but like that.
Whee! I'm a butterfly. I can fly.
So I'm not sure how far, but will it fly? Yeah. So the question is, how far can you get that sort of as a normal person, like not as not like Devin Montes, the 3D pen god. As a normal person, how
3D
far?
pen god.
Yes.
They have that.
No, it's a person. It's a guy.
What's his name?
Devin Montes. So, if you're not him, the question is, how far can you push your skills as a normal person? How far can you get with these pens? That's going to be something time will have to tell. How much, how useful as an art tool these things are going to be. But yeah, that will be interesting. Let me finish up this pyramid just to get a feel for how the 3D drawing functions go. This one is at sleep.
Well, we already tested it on my first pyramid, this one. And it worked pretty good for the first try.
It was decent. Hack a 3D pen into a printer. You'd be laughing, but the first 3D printer extruders were actually just this. They were not stepper drive driven. They didn't have any good drive gears. They were technically just the pens. They had little DC motors like these things do. They didn't have any feedback, any direct control. They just had the motor, and it was just going at a set speed, and you'd adjust your feed rates, your movement to how fast your extruder was pushing. So that was the early days of 3D printing. That counts, right? Kinda. Yeah, it's always the first bit that gets you. Okay, but one of the things that Bella really likes to do with anything that does 3D printing, including the Printabot Simple Pro, which we really liked about this, is that it makes little Drew Loop flowers. Can this one make these?
Yep, I tried it, but I made more like a unicorn poop out of it.
Yeah, it kind of does. But it's more like a unicorn poop, you're right.
Told ya.
Alright, is there any defined way to turn this off? You hold it down and it scrolls through temperatures, but there doesn't seem to be like a real off switch. But then again, these hot-ends, these heaters in here, they don't seem to really care about heat creep as you typically have with an all-metal hot-end, where you need a fan to cool one end so that the PLA or the material doesn't soften too far up the throat. It doesn't seem to be an issue with these because again they don't have any active cooling on them. So unplugging them should be fine. All right. Real welder, yeah. Mod a 3D pen with an E3D hot end. That's kind of overkill. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do you have a 3D printing pen already? Are you using it? What are you using it for? Because I feel like they do have potential. They do have a use as a tool, as a welding tool for 3D printing. They also have use as just a quick fix for prints that you might break. Again, that same welding approach. I'm not seeing the artistic tool usefulness without putting a ton of time into them. Maybe like as a gimmick gift thing, as an entertainment for the little ones. Yeah, that can work.
Well, I'm not really that little. I'm going to be 12 this year, so.
So?
I'm not 6 years old.
Yeah. Tosta admitted has one, never uses it. Probably doesn't have any kids. Or smaller siblings. Could be extremely useful for extremely rapid prototyping and idea sharing stuff. So yeah, there is actually an approach that does a similar printing technique to what you can manually do with 3D printing pens. Cura has it integrated, which is, I don't know what it's called exactly, but it creates shapes that are just grids like this, that don't have any solid surface, but it just extrudes a truss system basically. Uses very little material, uses very little time to print stuff, and makes good visual prototypes. Just I don't know why I'm bringing that up, but it's the same approach as with these pens. Extreme rapid prototyping, maybe, yeah, if you can live with the limitations of this process that it's just going to have. It's not going to be as solid as a real 3D printed part. It's not going to be as accurate as a real 3D printed part, definitely. And it just takes, so the difference between making things with a 3D printing pen and with a 3D printer is, with a 3D printer, yes, it also takes time to make stuff, but the time you're spending is once in CAD. You design your part, you model your part, you slice it, and then you hit print, and then you're gone from the process. You have removed yourself from that entire task. The rest is automated. So if you want 1 or if you want 100, the only difference is it's going to take printer time, it's going to take a bit more material, but that's it. With this, you skip the entire modeling process, you skip the slicing process, you skip the big heavy machines, and you go straight to the prototyping. So every minute you put in is a minute that goes towards one part. So if you need one part, you make it. If you need another one, you have to go through that entire process again. Just depends on what you need, kind of. Okay, we have a infinity blue heart. Oh, this one isn't even attached. There you go. Again, very 2D. I guess you could. Yeah, so big recommendation here. Check out Make Anything's videos. There's a lot of good 3D printing pen stuff on there. Like filling this in, you just go...
It's not finished yet.
It's not finished yet? Yeah, it's going to take a while. Filling this in, what you can do is just go with a very loose infill almost, and just make it like a curly hair infill, just a mess, and then cover it over with controlled lines. So that's going to just pillow it up, basically. That's something that you can do with that, just to add some 3D to it. Yeah, someone's also bringing up Draw with Jazza. He plays with a pen and advances from barely being able to make a rigid house to making a dragon pretty fast. Okay, again, that is kind of out of our league.
I'm trying to make it 3D, kind of.
You're trying to make a 2D, 3D. But why don't you make it real 3D?
Look, what Tommy was trying to do is like this, You do like here, and you take it.
I don't have an angle on them.
Then, well, it doesn't, you have to do like...
Yeah, you just fill it up with fuzzies and then you cover it over. But that's going to be a bit of a longer process, yeah. So
you have to do like this.
Because people are asking again, these two models. So just to summarize things, the Sunlu S400, whatever. This one, the simple one, single button operation, no temperature controls, no nothing, no feed rate control, which I think is the big one here. That's €32, so $35 roughly, from Gearbest. The links are in the description if you want to grab one. This blue one, which is an off-brand one, apparently, interestingly, the one with a brand is the one that's simpler.
You know what I'm saying?
This one,
Go ahead.
if I would get any of these two, I'd get this one. This one is €40, so what is that, $48. Also from Gearbest, free shipping and all. They ship from China directly, so you might have to add imports, etc. to that. But this is €40. Temperature control, speed control, back and forth, though those two don't really do much. Those are just the single button on the other one. Yeah. Tiny upgrade in price, but huge upgrade in features. Is there any difference in ergonomics? This one is a bit slimmer than the Sunlu one, though I think either one is going to work. Right.
Okay, we're slowly making it 3D.
We are slowly making a 3D heart. Yeah, so that's what I was talking about. You basically fill it with a random fill pattern, and then you go over it one more time to just create that cover. Right. Now take one apart and let's see what's in it. We're gonna do that another day. We're going to do that another time and just tear one of these apart. I have a feeling they're going to be very similar, both of these. I'm not going to take both of them apart because I don't know if I'm going to be able to put them back together. But they're going to be very similar. There's going to be a small DC motor. There's going to be a small microcontroller board in there. There's going to be not much else, actually. The biggest part is just the extruder, the feeder. The hot end itself is tiny. And... yeah, but we're going to take that apart another day. But I think that kind of wraps it up for today. Right?
Stop.
Because
You let the filament. You let the filament go in.
don't know. Click it, hold it, and see if you can get it out. Fuzzy heart.
Yep, it's
See if
coming
that-
out.
Okay, so it's coming out. Sunlu pen is saved. Yeah, I might add just a few purchasing links from AliExpress or Amazon or wherever to the comments once the processing is done on YouTube. That's going to take a while. Don't pull it. Just slightly turn it. So yeah, I'm going to add those to the comments once everything is rendered and done. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought. Is this something that you are interested in seeing more of? Should I spend the time to
I'm not taking it off, I just want to see, you know?
should I spend the time to become a 3D pen expert? It's actually looking pretty good. Can we get an overhead? No, we cannot. Yeah, you don't really see anything there. Should I spend the time to become a 3D pen expert and learn how to make these drawings and make videos about that? Because I kind of feel like doing that. It's something different. It's a new experience for me. Just doing stuff that isn't catted out. But yeah, when you're starting the next giveaway, soon.
What
very soon.
giveaway?
Giving away 3D printers and gear and everything and filaments and kits and yeah, that's gonna start soon-ish next week, I think. Not tomorrow, but soon. Right. If you enjoy playing with the pen, go for it. I will. I'll keep playing with it. All right. Until then, thanks for. Where's my buttons? Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting along. And I mean, I've enjoyed this. This is a new experience. It's certainly a lot of fun. And for $40, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. All right. Have a nice evening, day, night, morning, whatever it is for you guys. See ya.
Bye.